Ever wondered how much exercise your pet needs? Thought you could just wing it with a game of fetch? Think again. Welcome to the pet world, where the exercise needs of a poodle differ vastly from those of a Persian cat, and where the idea of a goldfish running on a treadmill is as absurd as it sounds. Yes, folks, we're about to debunk some pet exercise myths and have a good laugh while we're at it. You see, exercise is a critical component of your pet's overall well-being. It helps keep them physically fit, mentally stimulated, and emotionally balanced. A well-exercised pet is usually a happy pet, and a happy pet makes for a happy home. But how much exercise is enough? Or too much? The answer lies in understanding the unique needs of your pet. Picture this: you're a proud owner of a St. Bernard. You've seen them run around in the snow in movies and they seem tireless. So you decide to take your furry friend on a 5-mile run every day. But wait, St. Bernards are a large breed and are prone to joint issues. A 5-mile run might be too much for them, despite what Hollywood would have you believe. Or let's imagine you have a pet tortoise. You've read somewhere that tortoises are slow and don't need much exercise, so you leave it in the garden all day thinking it's getting all the exercise it needs. But surprise, surprise. Tortoises are explorers by nature and need space to roam and climb. The point here is, every pet is unique. Different breeds, ages, sizes, and energy levels all factor into the ideal exercise equation. A one-size-fits-all approach just won't cut it. So, before you start training your cat for a marathon, stick around and let's get into the specifics. Because believe it or not, a happy, healthy pet life is more than just a game of fetch. It's an art, a science, and sometimes a comedy of errors. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Stay tuned for more pet exercise wisdom. Did you know your Chihuahua might need more exercise than your Great Dane? No, we're not kidding. Now, before you imagine your pint-sized pup in a sweatband, jogging around the park with the vigor of an Olympic athlete, let's clarify a bit. It's all about understanding the breed factor. Different dog breeds have different energy levels and exercise requirements. Think of it like this. If dog breeds were high school students, the Border Collie would be that friend who's always on the go, captain of every sports team and still finds time to ace every test. On the other hand, the Basset Hound would be the laid-back, chill friend who'd rather spend the afternoon napping under a tree than running laps. Just as you wouldn't expect your relaxed friend to suddenly become a star athlete, it wouldn't be fair to expect your Basset Hound to keep up with a Border Collie's energy level. And vice versa, it's not reasonable to expect a high-energy breed like a Border Collie to be content with a short walk around the block. Now, let's talk about our cat friends. Yes, they too have differing exercise needs based on their breed. A Bengal cat, known for its wild ancestry and athletic build, would need more playtime than a laid-back Persian, who would probably prefer a leisurely game of bat the feather on a string. The point here is that every breed is unique and comes with its own set of exercise needs. And while we're at it, let's not forget our reptilian buddies. Your bearded dragon might not need a run in the park, but it does need its own version of physical stimulation. So knowing your breed's needs is the first step towards a happy, healthy pet. And no, teaching your parrot to salsa doesn't count. However, if you can get your iguana to do yoga, well, that's a whole different kettle of fish, or should we say, a whole new class of reptiles. Scene script. Think your old lazy cat doesn't need exercise, or your energetic puppy will tire itself out? Wrong again. Pets, like humans, need exercise to stay physically fit, mentally alert, and emotionally balanced. Let's dive into the pet exercise trifecta: age, size, and energy levels. First up, age. Just like us, as your pets age, their energy levels and physical abilities change. Picture a spry kitten versus a dignified older cat. That kitten might be bouncing off the walls, while the older cat prefers to observe from a cozy perch. But don't be fooled. Older pets still need regular exercise, albeit at a slower pace and intensity. Think of it as swapping out a marathon run for a gentle stroll. Next, size. Size matters when it comes to pet exercise. A Great Dane is going to need a lot more physical activity than a teacup poodle, right? But that doesn't mean small pets should be couch potatoes. Even the tiniest of terriers need their daily dose of playtime. Picture a tortoise on a skateboard. Slow, but still on the move. Finally, let's talk energy levels. Some pets are just naturally more energetic than others. A hyperactive border collie is going to need a lot more exercise than a laid-back basset hound. But remember, even the most spirited puppy can't exercise all day long. They need downtime to rest and recharge, just like you do after a long day at work. Now let's dispel a common myth. Your pets won't necessarily exercise themselves. Just like you might need a little motivation to hit the gym, your pets might need a little encouragement to get moving. So take that extra time to play fetch, go for a walk, or even set up a mini agility course in your backyard. In the end, remember, even your sloth-like cat needs a little exercise, and no, moving from the couch to the food bowl doesn't count. Think your pet is too sick or too healthy for exercise? Guess what? You're in for another surprise. Just as we humans need to stay active to keep our bodies in tip-top shape, our pets need their fair share of exercise too. But here's where it gets a bit tricky. You see, not all pets are created equal. Some might be as sturdy as a tank, while others are as delicate as a teacup. Let's consider Mr. Whiskers, your friendly neighborhood cat. He might be robust and healthy, but that doesn't mean he should be running marathons. Instead, Mr. Whiskers might benefit from a more moderate exercise routine. Maybe a lively chase around the house after a laser pointer, or a good old-fashioned wrestling match with a feathered toy. On the other hand, we have Fido, the lovable but slightly overweight bulldog. Fido might have a few extra pounds, but that doesn't mean he should be a couch potato. A daily walk around the block or some light playtime can do wonders for his health. And then there's Hammy the hamster, who despite his small size, has dreams of being a bodybuilder. Picture this. Hammy, with a tiny dumbbell in his paw, pumping iron. Sounds ridiculous, right? But the truth is, even small pets like Hammy need their exercise. A good run in his hamster wheel or a little scamper around his cage can keep him fit and happy. Of course, it's always best to consult with your vet before starting any new exercise regime for your pet. They can provide guidance based on your pet's breed, age, size, and overall health. So don't let your pet's health be an excuse. Whether they're a picture of health or battling a few health issues, exercise is beneficial. It can help manage weight, improve mobility, and even boost their mood. A little exercise can go a long way, even if it's just a slow walk around the block. Now that you're an expert in pet exercise needs, ready to create the perfect exercise plan? Let's dive in. First things first, remember to think about your pet's breed. If you've got a Siberian Husky, don't expect them to act like a Persian cat. These dogs were bred to pull sleds in freezing temperatures. So, unless you live in the Arctic, you might need to come up with some creative ways to keep them fit. And no, watching Frozen on repeat doesn't count. Next, consider their age. Puppies and kittens are like little furry Energizer bunnies. They can go on and on and on. Older pets, however, might prefer a more leisurely stroll around the garden or a gentle play session. Think of it as yoga for pets. Just remember, downward dog is not just a yoga pose for your dog. Size is another key factor. A good rule of thumb is, the smaller the pet, the smaller the exercise area. Your Great Dane is probably not going to appreciate being confined to a small backyard. But your Chihuahua? They'll think it's a giant playground. Energy levels are also crucial. Some pets are natural couch potatoes, while others are perpetual motion machines. It's like they've got springs in their paws. So if you've got a lazy Labrador, don't force them to run a marathon. And if you've got an active terrier, don't expect them to be content with just a quick walk around the block. Finally, always keep your pet's health in mind. If they have any health conditions that affect their mobility, you'll need to adjust their exercise accordingly. Consult with your vet for advice on what's best for them. So there you have it. You're ready to become the personal trainer your pet never knew they needed. And remember, a fit pet is a happy pet.